Hello guys and welcome to round 1 of a new season of Gavra Racing. Tonight we are starting the first round of the Formula 1 series, as we have already seen one car go off. That would be Evil Dragon. Yes, so I am your commentator. I should be joined by KPH Simulate, but he went to make breakfast and he hasn't returned, so I'm kind of on my own. But tonight it's the I don't know if this is just Renault, the 2006 Renault RB, the R26. But tonight we are in them, and it's going to be a total of 11 drivers. So tonight we've got Evil Dragon, commentator still, and commentator of AOR. We've now got Max Ply, driver in GT4. Gavra, the owner of the league and also driver in the TC category. Mark, who is in the LMP2 series. Eggcast, I don't know where he's from. Petru, don't know what series he's from. Crazer, GT4 as well. Leafy Brooms, don't know. Mike, taking out reserve driver in LMP2. Vectro, AOR driver, who used to race here. And then Schooled, who is in AOR as well. He used to be here as well. He has not gone out on track yet to start his qualifying round. So we just watch, we'll go round a lap with Evil Dragon as he goes a little bit deep through the corners. Let me just double check that the video announcement has gone up. It hasn't yet. Okay, we've lost Eggcat. So we're going through Magnus and Beckett's, now going down towards the down the hanger straight now. Going a good run down towards Stowe Corner, which is a very difficult corner if you get it slightly wrong. Coming through, come down towards Vale, and we're going into Club. This Club corner, which is very tricky for some cars it's easier. F1 cars make it quite easy. Coming out of Club, going down towards Abbey. So we're going to take it near on flat out. Evil takes it flat out. And then we're going through Farm, going up to Village, the right hander. Very, so I don't want to lock up too much. We'll try not to lock up. Then we go through the loop. And another corner that you can run off quite easy, as just shown. Then we're going through Aintree, going down the Wellington Straight now. So we're going to come down straight towards Brooklands. You can tell it's Brooklands by the building on the right. It says Brooklands. Go through Brooklands, then coming through Lovefield, and in the year of 2006, this would have been the last corner. So we're going right now, going past the old pitch straight. Now we're coming up to Cops. Flat out, not trying to go too deep, as it just shows off slightly there. So we're going to come up through Maggots, and then we're going to go right, down to left, then into Beckett's. Trying to get a good exit now through Chapel, down the hanger straight again, trying to get a good run, 180 miles per hour, going down towards the third to last corner, getting 191 miles per hour achieved by Evil there. Coming down through Vale now. Braking hard, not trying to lock up, which he just does, but still makes the corner perfectly fine. Always he loses it on the second to last corner. And then get across the line, set a 134.4. So possibly a 132 was there for Evil if he didn't make the mistake. So Gav's okay. Max is backwards. So we'll go on board with Vector on his first flying lap now. Coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Let me just see the comments in the stream. We've got a Greek man. We don't know, I don't understand Greek, so please translate. And then so we got Edcast just going back into the lobby, so hopefully he'll be able to make the make a lap in qualifying. So we're going to watch Scald through the final chicane now, going to go up of the final corner, through Club and down the home straight, taking a very wide line there, sort of just trying to keep the throttle in. That makes it a very good line. So the next will be into Village, following on the back of Vectro. So two drivers that are very quick. Well, Scald's just run out of gears. He decides to go to neutral through that corner for some reason. So we're going down towards Brooklands now, taking it a left-hander. Going to run a little bit deep as a normal thing. Then you're going to take a wider line, try and get the late apex, try and get the straightest line out of the corner towards Woodcote, going down towards Cops as Vectro gets out of the way of Scald in his first flying lap. Scald's going to turn in quite early and just only drops down one gear and makes it through perfectly fine. So now we're going up through Maggots and Beckett's, one of the best section of corners that I know of. Coming down the hanger straight now, as we got a yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3, so I think that's Vector just letting everyone past. All School just getting it slightly wrong into Stowe there, going into the pit lane. So School not happy with the car set up, he's dropped it into the pit lane now. As we're going right on board with Vectro, I'm going to go from the exterior view. Hopefully F1 don't copyright claim us this time, as they've done on my streams. We'll go down the straight towards turn 1. Vectro taking it flat. So we've just got a few people in the chat. We got Suki joining the chat. So we've got MLG Ninja and Henburger. I don't know who Henburger is. Henburger is just a channel, no videos. Okay. As Vectro just slightly goes a little bit deep there. And also Bowie's joined the chat. My co-driver, my teammate in the GT4. As we go down towards Cops now going up towards Maggots and Beckett's, trying to get a really good run. He's looking very quick so far. Apparently Crazy being the fastest person on track with a 1:31.261. So good lap there. Vectro just taking the sort of racing line. Now we're going down towards Stowe, down the hanger straight, one of the fastest points on the track this is. Well, coming onto the hanger straight it was. Coming down Vale now, coming into the final chicane. So trying to get a good exit, trying not to do an evil. As he gets a good exit, keeps the power down over the curb, across the line and set a 1:31.7. So very close between Crazer and Vectro now. Henburger, yes, you do need to identify yourself. So, Crazer sitting in the pit lane, not coming out yet, thinking he's probably got a good chance with this race. Max Ply retiring from session, so he must have crashed. Whoa, it looked like Eggs was on two wheels then. Crazer coming out of the pit lane now. Vectro, is he taking it easy or is he going fast? But Gavra's been given a 5-second place grid penalty for making contact with Max Ply. Let's just get... We'll just find out. So Vectro coming through the second sector now, going about to go on to the third sector, going down the hanger straight. He is 0.002 of a second up on his previous lap time, so he could be making a chance, idea of maybe going for pole position here, as the result of Gavra getting a 5th grid platinum T, he's going to be starting 9th currently. I haven't watched the academy in a while, mate. That explains why. We got one of the drivers from the academy in the chats. So going back on board with Skuld on his first lap. Oh. Maybe I could E-Series. Oh, maybe I definitely could. So, Skuld in 11th, Ekas in 10th. So Skuld coming down past the old pit straight now. Go through cops now, going not too fast. No, not too wide, I mean. Currently the last car on track, so not looking too good for Skuld. Oh, we've got some people in the chats. We've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining of qualifying. Still comes across the line to a 1:31.9, but meaning that was his first line lap, but invalidated. He doesn't set it. And he's currently still enough. So we're just so Skuld not looking too quick currently. So coming through Magazine Beckett's now, not looking too bad of a lap so far. Trying to get a good exit. Over the grass quite a bit there. Going down the straight, 0.3 tenths of a second faster. So Leafy just getting out of the way of Skuld coming through into Vale now. Coming through the left-hander, then going through the right. In 3rd gear, so he's quite high up in the air. He's coming across the line to settle 1:31.8, putting him in 4th place. So dropping down Vectro. No, Vectro stays in 3rd place. Oh, Vectro has been beaten by Alpex. So 3 minutes remaining. So Fraser, currently the fastest person on track. From my personal view, he's a very quick driver from the in the GT4 category on Project Cars 2. Very quick driver. Possibly trying to get a better race than he did on Wednesday, and possibly not jump start. So Vector is just coming down to the had a brain melt then. Into slow, I meant, and that's coming into Vale now. Trying to get a good exit through club now. Flat out across the line to start his lap. He goes pole. So Vector taking pole position off of Fraser in the final 2 minutes. So Skuld down to 4th place now. So a very good lap from Vectro there. But can Crazer have anything to say about it? Coming into Sector 2 now. Going down the hangar straight, going in towards Stone now. Crazer gonna try and get a good run. So on the curb, coming down towards the final few corners, locking up a little bit into the corner, losing about 0.2 of a second. That would coming through the final corner, coming across the line, and not improve. So we got Gav in 5th, Leafy in 6th, Mark in 7th, Evil in 8th, Mike in 9th, Max Ply in 10th, and Eggcast in 11th. Also, well, I missed the first 4. Vectro, Crazer, Petru, Schooled. Gold, I know turn 1 is Abbey. I didn't say it wasn't. I said a good exit out of club. I didn't say anything about Abbey since Evil's lap, so we're coming to the end of qualifying now. As Gav comes across the line, side by side with, I don't know who that was. Crazer improving slightly, but not enough to pass Vectro. So we're just going to watch Evil come through the final few corners, as well as Mike come down into Vale now, then into Club. So Evil making a good final lap, going into P5, very close to Schooled lap time. Let's just wait and see if some people can stay on the track. Hopefully. So there is your results. Vectro taking pole position with a 131.026. Then Crazer in second with a 131.153. Petru with a 131.549. Schooled in P4 on a 131.799. Evil Dragon on a 132.1. So only 0.3 of a second behind Schooled. Gav going to be starting from P10, P11 I mean. So Leafy up to 6th. I didn't get to see the rest of them, but Gav will be starting from the back. So we'll have to wait and see how well Gavra can make his way through the pack coming in to the race. So we're gonna wait for everyone just to load in now. So we're going in. We're just having a look in the chat while we wait for the guys to load in. We've got a few drivers. Some drivers cheering on some of their friends. VSR Ethan cheering on Schooled and Evil Dragon, and also Vectro. So Vectro making the guys on the formation lap. Now So a nice sunny day in the UK for this race. But Thea saw Ethan saying that about the glitch. Some drivers in Project Cars 2 can't go through races without crashing. I'm not saying names. Wait, Gav's in 6th? Yep. At least me and Thomas Ethan were on the exact same page there. But Ethan, you have had the few glitches in your races. What a beautiful sight to see. The championship winning Renault. Well, way too many of them, but all going around weaving down the hangar straight. So we just wait for the guys to line up onto the grid. So it'll be Vectro taking the pole position. Crazy starting from the inside, so Crazy going to possibly have a better line into turn 1. Then we got Petru, and Scald on the second row. Then we got Gav, you got Evil and Leafy, and then you got Mark, and then Mike. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. And we are underway. So I thought, sorry about that. We didn't get to see the lights. So Vectro will be leading them through turn 1 as we got 3 going wide. So Leafy, Scald, Evil and Vectro. Scald going very deep, Evil losing a position. So Evil going to try and get the run on Scald now, going down the Wellington Straight. The 3 of the 4 guys at the front are all mates, so is there going to be contact? We'll have to wait and see. As Scald goes deep into Luffield, that was. So we're going down to Woodcote, going through Woodcote now. And then we're going up towards Cops. So, halfway into the race, Vectro still leading from Crazer, then Scald, and then Evil. Evil going a little bit wide there. Well, having to back off as well because he'll get given a penalty. Then Mark, and then Leafy, then Mike, then Petru. So Petru having the worst start out of anyone. You just get the intervals up. Petru losing a lot of time. He's not having the best with that car. He's dropped from P3 down to 8th already. As Scald goes down the inside of Crazer. As Evil goes down the outside of Crazer. So Crazer losing a few positions there in the final sector. So Scald now on the back of Vectro. So has Vectro got anything to say to Scald going into the second lap? Evil keeping up with keeping up with these guys. Coming into Village now. And then we're going up towards the loop. Evil just going a little bit deep there, so ruining his run. So Vectro putting a slight gap on Scald now, going in to Brooklands. Scald making the time back up by trying to do the double apex through Luffield, now going through Woodcote. Vectro being a very quick driver on Project Cars 2. I haven't really raced him on F1, so I don't have much known. as Leafy and Crazer losing a lot of positions here. Crazer's got some of his front wing missing. That would explain the reasoning of him dropping back so far. As we've got Mike just losing a position to Petru now. So Crazer in the pit lane to get that front wing change. As Vectro has pulled a little bit of a gap now on Skuld. And Skuld is under pressure from Evil going into towards turn 1. Evil's just going to slightly back off there. Skuld's going to have the dive on the inside into Village. He's going to go deep. But will he make it? He'll have the inside line onto the loop. So he's just gone a bit wide and gone off the track. Just be going up to Aintree now. Skuld back into second place. Evil into third. And Mark is in fourth. So Leafy getting past Mark now. So Crazer out of the pit lane now with a new front wing possibly. Yes, Crazer with a new front wing. So Vectro not been involved in any battles so far. Put on a bigger gap on Skuld going down the hangar straight. Skuld actually slightly closing in on Vectro now. As well as Evil is closing in on Skuld. So we'll have to see who's got the all-out speed between the three cars. So Petru with the fastest lap now. So well, 1:34.5, looking a decent lap time for these cars around here. So Evil's only 1.1 seconds away from Skuld now. As Skuld goes deep into, that would be coming out of, well, midway through Brooklands, going down towards Cops now. The closest battle now is Petru, who's currently trying to close in on this leading trio. As he qualified P3, he should have the pace to battle them. But he's 0.1 of a second behind Mark now, so he's going to probably look for a overtake going in towards, it would be Stowe Corner. Going to the inside line, early overtake so he can get back onto the racing line and make it through the corner perfect. As Evil has had a little bit of an issue, he's now 3 seconds down on Skuld. As Skuld sets the fastest lap with a 1:34.1. As there's not really any battles going on. As Leafy seems to be under a little bit of pressure from Gav now. As well as Leafy Broom's putting Mark under pressure, going down the Wellington straight, going in towards Brooklands now. Mark going a little bit deep there, so as Leafy goes deep as well, so they're both going deep into Brooklands, coming through Luffield now, getting a good exit, going past Woodcut, which isn't really a corner, it's more of a kink. Gav just dropped off the back of these guys now, as it is Leafy hunting down Mark for 5th place in the race. Skuld is slightly, no, isn't it? I thought Skuld was slightly closing, but it's not. Schooled losing a lot of time there in the fight coming out of Stowe, so I don't know what that's all about. Vectro with the faster lap now, so taking that back off of Crazer. So Gav's sort of just got back onto the back of Leafy now, so Leafy going deep into Village there. So now going through the loop, Leafy going to go a bit deep as well as Gav's going to go a bit wide as well. Coming through Aintree now, going down Wellington Straight. Lovely exit of a corner that is, to go down this long straight going into Brooklands now. Leafy just trying to keep the inside line. Got any chance of attack from Gav there, as School is given a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, so that's possibly corner cutting. So that's a bit of a slap on the wrist for School there, as Vectro's been given 2 penalties as well as School has. Evil has got nothing at the moment, so Evil looking to be in the best position so far. Petru on 1, Mark on 0, Gav on 1, Leafy on 0, Mike on 0, and Crazer on 1. So, as Evil's in the pit lane, so has he made contact with something? Let me just see. Doesn't look to be like any damage, so very odd pit strategy from Evil. The tyres already gone? Really? Can't be a 2-stop race. No, it'd be a 3-stop. Oh, that's a bit weird. So unless Schooled Evil's going very, very hard on his tyres and it's just ruined his tyres, or he started a race with very worn tyres. Oh, tyres are completely warm. So, guessing that he done a bit too much weaving on the formation lap, because if some of you guys are new to F1, that is a thing. You weave too much on the formation, your tyres get ruined like they do, well, real life, but I done it once at Bahrain and my tyres, brand new tyres because I've got a quality ban, were on 40% at the start of the first lap. As School given another 3-second penalty. Yeah, that's a very cheeky little corner cut there from School, trying to try and catch back up to Vectro. So School is 3-second penalty, so he's 9 now, as well as Vectro's on 6. Crazer getting a 3-second penalty as Crazer looks to go for a battle on, or overtake on Mike into, which would be Stowe, gonna dump it down the inside, which he makes very well, as Mike has the outside line and he keeps the throttle down and gets back past. Crazer just gonna do the little switch back there, which worked out perfectly for Crazer as Mike locks up. He stayed out his way and didn't make contact with him. So Gavra is only 0.9 of a second off of Mark, as Mark is going a little bit deep into a lot of corners now, losing a bit of time, so Gav's just getting back onto the back of him, as Gav now 0.2 of a second, as Gav's been given a 3-second penalty, so Gav's got to be a little bit careful on his corner cutting and racing line, as he's been given a slap on the wrist as well. So a lot of guys are getting slaps on the wrist because they're track limits. As Vectro's is still slowly pulling a gap on Skuld. Skuld 1.5 seconds away from Vectro. 9 laps into this race. Gav losing a little bit of time because of the penalty. Losing a lot of time. He's now down he's 2 seconds down on Mark. So Mark getting a better run through the first sector or so, giving him the gap that he needs to get away from Gav. Skuld now just slightly closing, coming through with me getting notification cops going up towards Maggots now through Beckett. And I have the looks like a very good line that the Skuld's got running at the moment. Don't know if you're trying to take the sort of GT line, well, the F1 racing line and also the GT racing line. As you guys have watched Skuld, Vectro and Thomas VSR Thomas Ethan, who was in the chat, all race in the GT3 cars on a Wednesday in Ireland. It's the evil commentate. So Vectro getting another 3-second penalty. So Vectro being a naughty person as well. Being naughty as well. So 3, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2. So Vectro and Skuld looking like the worst two currently with the penalties. So Skuld now 1.1 seconds away from Vectro, only because of the slight corner cutting that Skuld's doing. He's made the time up. As we've nearly made it half distance and Skuld hasn't crashed yet. So that's a new one. Skuld now 0.9 of a second away, so he's got a little bit of a better run on Vectro into the final sector, or final few corners now. Both, a double lockup from Skuld there, so ruining those tyres. Unfortunately, we can't see the flat spots that are made, as Skuld is given another 3-second penalty, so Skuld on the back foot now, even though he is on the back foot already. He is going to be total 4 seconds down as Gav is off in the gravel for a virtual safety car. Gavra has got a puncher. That's not good for Gav, but the virtual safety car will help him out a little bit. A full safety car would help him out a little bit more. So Gav coming down the pit lane now. He's not gonna be ahead of Fraser, but he's gonna be a little bit further back. So Gav not having a good race so far. He's dropped down 2 positions. The highest person up is gonna be Mark, who's up 4 positions. So good drive from him so far. As we're no longer in virtual safety car and we're back racing, Gav just out of the pit lane now. So the leading car who have made pit stop is Evil, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is Evil. Evil is the leading driver who's made pit stops. So Evil's time to the leaders is 34 seconds. So that's wait and see if that's going to be enough for Evil to be ahead later into the race when the leading guys pit. So Vectro looking not too bad in the car. It looks like he's driving it quite well and he's had a bit of time in it. School just trying to hunt him down now. Coming up to the halfway point into the race. So he's going through the left-hander, through Brooklands, coming up through Luffield now. Trying to get Vector getting a double apex, getting a good exit out of the corner, going through, coming up towards Cops now. Coming down towards Magnets and Beckett's. Trying to not cut the corner. As Vector goes a little bit deep, goes across the grass slightly. And last time I saw someone go across the grass before this race was Red in the GT4s. Who spun out. So, lap 12 for everyone as Vectro and School are pitting. School getting a 5-second stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So not a good one for him. Petru coming in the pit lane. Mark in the pit lane. Leafy going to probably come into the pit lane now. So we're just going to have a look. Is Evil going to be able to make it in and ahead? Make it out ahead of some of these drivers. Evil coming into the final, into the bus stop now. Evil going to drop back a little bit. As Vectro is side by side with Leafy coming through. Corner as School has jumped Evil on the pit stop. As Evil goes deep into Village. So School will have to come back in the pit lane anyway. So School will be... Oh, School. He's becoming a little bit weavy going down Wellington Straight there. So School will lose 30 seconds if it does take this drive-through penalty. You have been given a 3 seconds. Another 3 second time. School, if he does the drive-through, the stop and go penalty, he will be down. He's lost, in theory. Mike just making a pit, so yeah, he'll be behind Gav. So, Vectro's now got to defend from Leafy Brooms. As School is going around the outside of Leafy into which is Cops, coming down towards Vale and going into Club as Leafy Brooms pits now. So the three friends are still 1, 2 and 3, and then Crazy in 4th place in a second. Evil coming across the line there. Vectro on another 3 second penalty. Let's just have a look at the penalties again. Vectro 2, 4 penalties. Vectro's got. Vectro's got 4 penalties. Scold. Oh mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties, which is meaning 4. So 12 plus 5 seconds stop and go. As well as Evil has got a 0. So Evil, if he can finish within 12 seconds of Vectro, he can win this race. So, Evil, everyone, the top 2 have got to pull away from Evil because Evil is currently the leading car. So, that makes this race even more interesting as we come up for. Well, coming up to the end of lap 14 now, coming down sector 3. Vectro getting caught up by School. So School right onto the back of Vectro now. As we go the corners. So School 0.7 of a second away, 0.6 now. So he's made a very good run. He's going to be setting the fast lap there with a 1:32.3. What a great lap from School as Crazy gets a 5 second stop and go penalty. Fraser pitted on the second lap for a front wing and tyres. As Evil gets his first penalty of the race, 15 laps in. So Mr. Well, the old Murray Walker of Gavra Racing, if you guys have been here long enough to know Evil when he used to be able to do the Murray Walker impression, he's got his first penalty. As School got a warning near on every lap. As who is that off in the gravel? That would have been Mike. Yeah, Mike just letting Vectro, School and Evil past. So Evil's 7 seconds down on Vectro. So School coming and Vectro coming through Maggots and Beckett. School getting another 3-second penalty, trying to cut the corners, trying to catch up to Vectro. Still cutting the corners. Coming down the hanger straight now. He's going to be in the slipstream, going down towards Cop's Corner. Cop's Corner? Was it Cop's Corner? I'm having a brain melt. No, Stowe. Stowe. Okay, coming through Vale now. Both of them locking up slightly there. Coming through Club now, going down towards Abbey. As they both go across the grass slightly. Through the right-hander of Abbey. Coming left through Farm. Coming up to Village now. Trying to keep on the apex, which they've both done very well. Vectro's gone a little bit wide through the corner of the loop. Going down through Aintree now. Going down the Wellington Straight. School has got the advantage coming up to the end of the Wellington Straight, coming through Brooklands. Still closing on Vectro. Vectro just pulled a little gap there as School marked up the corner. So Evil, has he lost any more got any more penalties? No. School has done 3 laps so far without getting a penalty or warning. Let's see if he can make it 4 laps without a penalty or warning. Getting a good exit now, going down the hanger straight. This could be his best chance to make an overtake on Vectro. This lap, or the next lap, it seems like it will be, because he won't be able to make a dive on Vectro into Vale. If he does, he's an absolute idiot, because that's a very bad pace to make an overtake. So, from that far back, yeah, bad overtake position. So, School coming through Abbey now. Vectro getting another 3-second penalty. So, it's still 12 seconds, I'm pretty sure, that Vectro has got to pull on Evil. As it's pulled 2 seconds in about 3 or 4 laps. So, going down the Wellington Straight, Vectro having a better run there, pulling on School slightly. Let me just double check. Vectro, did he get a warning last lap? Neither did School. So School has made it 4 laps without getting a warning / penalty. Fraser with the fastest lap now, 1:32.291. So very quick lap there from Fraser, who's 8th place. School trying to find a place that Vectro's slow and just try and make an overtake on him. As I don't know if these guys are listening to the stream, but Evil is closing sort of in the 3rd sector, 5 seconds. Silver's a little bit wide there, going into Vale now. Double lock up there from Evil. Coming up onto lap 18 now, so he's already done lap 18 laps in total so far. Vectro has led from the start. Has School just drops back slightly. Just double checking Evil's penalties. 1 penalty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. Evil now 10 seconds behind. Vectra getting another 3-second penalty. School probably. Oh, School getting another 3-second penalty. It's like I called it. Listen, you see, School be backwards. As Crazy makes an overtake on Leafy Rooms. So. There was a slight little lock up from School there into Vale. They're coming through Club now, coming down the home straight, going towards Abbey, then Farm and then Village. As School gets a little bit of gravel on his tyres as he goes across the grass, gravel slight. Is it gravel? Yeah, slightly over gravel. Oh, Vetro going off the track slightly, giving the chance for School to catch up there. It has. School closes up 0.5 of a second on this Vectro there. As well as Evil closing up. So we 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 seconds, and so 15 seconds Evil's got to beat Vectro's got to beat Evil by 15 seconds to complete this race ahead of Evil. School gonna possibly cut the corners through Magnus Beckett to try and catch back up to Vectro. Oh, there's a little bit of a tyre in the grass there. So, gonna watch. Oh, we've had a sector 2 spinner. That would be Mark. So Mark has lost it. So as we go on to we're on lap 20 now. So 7 laps remaining for these guys to complete this race. As School's rear tyres look like they're slightly worn now. He's just getting the back end a little bit hairy through some of the corners. So that's going to be all to watch for later into this race. Maybe School will do a Kimi Raikkonen and his tyres will blow up in the final lap. As Evil just slightly locks up there, and again. So Evil not having the best of luck with the tyre grip. He's sort of like understeering as well. So Evil could possibly be making a pit stop again. Evil can't make the pit stop, but he. Or is Mike off at Aintree? Is that? Yeah, I think that's Aintree. So Evil's been on these tyres 13 laps compared to the other guys that have been on this lap 7. These tyres 7 laps. So Evil's doing very well to keep up with the guys. School setting the fast lap there. Has School School's still got that? School has still got that stop and go penalty, which will add at the end of the race. So, a possibility that he could struggle with the penalties. So, all I'm hoping is Evil gets a good final few laps. If he can get a few good laps in before the end, he could have a good chance of getting a position or something, like maybe first place or a second. I'm pretty sure that Evil will get a second place. He's got too many penalties. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 penalties. They're all 3 seconds plus one. That's an extra 2. So that's 18, 20-second penalties. So Evil not looking too bad really, as he's struggling with understeer. Vectro gonna have to defend from School now for the final 5 laps. It is. So we're going to the 22nd lap of 26. School with another fastest lap with a 1:31.944. Vectro trying to. Oh, there's a nearly bit of contact there. Fraser has retired from the session, so I don't know if that was a crash or what. As Gould looking for the best corner to make an overtake on Vectro in the final few laps, as Gould's tyres sound like it's slightly going. I mean, down towards Cops now. We're going out through Maggots and out towards Maggots and Beckett's. School, is he going to cut the corner? Yeah, that's it. School's cut the corner again. As they both go across the grass there and lose a little bit of time. School 0.6 per second down. Vectro has got all of it to do into the final, what, 4 laps now. So they're both locking up a little bit here and there, as Vectro gets a good lap there, 1:31.746. So a quick lap from Vectro there. Scored 0.5 of a second away, going into Village now, cutting the corner again. So School get another penalty. So School's got 26-second penalty overall, I think it is. So School will be possibly trying to stay on the track now. If he gets any more, he can ruin his second place. As it's only 19 seconds for Evil. Beautiful camera there as School goes very wide through Cop's corner, coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Went down the hanger straight now. School being 0.2 of a second away from Vectro. He's going to look to the inside, he's going to look to the outside line. He's not going to be able to make it as Vectro blocks his line off. Vectro keeps the first place. Another retirement. Mike out of the race. So Mike out of 8th place. As we go on to the 24th lap now. School eagerly looking for a way to get past Vectro through Abbey there. Get another 3-second penalty School has. So this could be School's race. School could lose this race because of the penalties, as he locks up possibly there. I didn't get to see that. I'm going to go on the TV camera now. Going through Brooklands, getting going through the left hander, going through the right hander of Luffield, trying to get a good exit out towards Woodcote. So the right hander of Woodcote going across the national pit straight line there. Gav getting another 3-second penalty. So School coming up through Maggots and Beckett's now, losing a little bit of time off of Vectro. So Vectro just pulling a little bit of a gap. But keep in mind that, guys, that these guys have got quite a few penalties to their name, as Evil has only got 6 seconds, whereas School has got my calculations serve me correct, it is 29 or so seconds. So you're going to the 25th laps. Vector are going to be starting the 25th lap, or 26, so we're in the penultimate lap now. School trying to get a good line. A good line through Abbey there, going through farm. They're going up to village. Not trying to go deep, which he slightly does, losing a little bit of time on Vetro. Trying to get a good exit out of the loop, going through Aintree, going down the Wellington Straight. Yes, Wellington Straight. 0.8 of a second away, so he's lost a little bit of time through the first sector there. Trying to not go too mad on the throttle so he doesn't spin out. Getting a good exit there. It's now a second. It's now just under a second now. School's been disqualified. So School not paying attention to the warnings and the penalties. School has been given over 30-second penalty and he has been disqualified. I'm gonna make it. You should be disqualified. Quote. So that is a very unfortunate outcome to Evil's race, School's race, as Evil's got a puncher. Evil's done a Kimmy. I called it. Someone was going to do a Kimmy on the second to last lap, or the final lap. Evil is now into third. Evil could lose the race. Evil is not going to do another lap on a punctured tyre, is he? Oh, now this is going to be tight. Where is Evil going to come out? Evil's going to give it a 5-second stop and go penalty. So Evil could come out in P6. He could come out in the last of the running drivers. What's worse, Project Cars 2 or GT Sport? Well, out of my opinion, it's got to be. Oh, as Evil's going down the pit lane now. So Evil's race from being a very good run for Evil is now down into last. So unfortunately, not looking the best for Evil. Vetro on the final time going through Max and Beckett's, now going down the Hangar Straight for the final time, going up through Stowe. Now coming down Vale towards the club, coming down Vale now, coming into Club Corner, trying to get a good exit. He's nowhere near him. No one's nowhere near him. And through the final corner now, Vectro will come across the line to take the first win of the season in the F1 series on Gavra League. I was just talking about penalties. GT Sport, Project Cars 2 or F1, I would say the worst penalties, F1, then Project Cars 2, and then GT Sport, because GT Sport you can actually lose them by just slowing down instead of just keeping them for the whole race. As we were just waiting for the final 3 cars to come through to the finish line now. Gav is under pressure from Leafy Bloom, so who's going to come out ahead, Leafy or Gav with the penalties? It's going to be Leafy, so Leafy getting 3rd place, so Petru, who qualified P3, getting 2nd place there. Leafy Blooms, who qualified down in 7th, getting P3. Good race from him. But that was gifted to him by School getting disqualified and Evil having a puncher. So Evil turned into Kimi Räikkönen last year, 2 years ago. So there is your podium. It would be a very Dutch man taking a kiss to the trophy. The very Dutch man here taking a kiss to the trophy at the British Grand Prix. On the podium, So here is your results. Vectro taking the win with 24-second penalties. 24-second overall penalty. Petru with only 9 seconds. Leafy Bloom 0-second penalty. Mark getting 4th place. So Gav actually dropping down to 5th. So Mark getting that with only 3 seconds. Gav with 21 seconds. Evil with 11. Mike with 3. Crazer with 9, I think that was. And School disqualified for the amount of penalties given to him. So that has been your result. That has been the first round, guys, of the F1 series. F1 Championship. Yeah, the F1 Championship on F1 2018. Next week, I think the race is next week. I don't know if there's a race next week. I suppose there's a race this week. So it's been your guy. He's been your commentator, Ryan. Driver of the day. Oh, it's either Vectro or Scald. Oh no, Vectro or Evil. I mean, Evil sort of deserves it for how well he drove. Keep in mind that Evil isn't a racer. Evil is a commentator. Me and Evil should be in each other's seats. So Evil, it's Evil or Vectro. You guys get to decide in the chat. My vote is Evil. You guys wanna change my mind? That's totally up to you. But I'm giving it to Evil Dragon XXL, who gets the driver of the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.